Our first attempt at roasting our Ethiopian raw coffee beans. First, I'll measure out about 8 ounces according to YouTube. .4 ounces if we can talk. Okay, that'll be good enough, and that looks like in a liquid measuring cup it's about 1.5 cups. Now, according to Savannah, the people in Ethiopia will actually wash the coffee by hand. Didn't see that on YouTube, but we'll give it a whirl. Not sure how this is going to work, trying to do this, so I'll probably just have to. But she said they just firmly ground up the coffee in their hand. I'm wondering if what she was describing was the deparching that we've seen others do, but these have already had that done, it looks like. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go through this using 2 hands. Here they are. I didn't really see that I was rinsing off anything terrific or considerable out of it. So, and since we've already got dry roasted or dry beans, I'm not quite sure why I got them wet again. Doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to go ahead and try to dry them off a bit. Okay, now I've dried them with the towel. They're still a little damp, you can feel. And I've added them back into our little roasting pan, and I'm going to start the process here in a moment. Okay, I'm going to start the timer at 20 minutes. It shouldn't take near this long, but by starting it at 20 minutes I can count down and figure out how long the total process is going to take. So we're starting at 20. I'm going to put the heat to medium. We're going to take our starting temperature, 81 degrees, 80 degrees, and I will start stirring with a whisk, and we're going to see how it goes. I'll record that the temperature was 107, and we're now at 1 3/4 minutes into it. Okay, we're now at 5 minutes into it, and the beans actually now have lightened back up, I think, more to their original color. So I think the moisture that's from the washing has come off, and we'll see here. I'm going to set this down or pause this for a moment and check the temperature. I'm going to keep stirring here, but it looks like the temperature was about well, here, the burner's not on at the moment. Okay, 129. It was 160 when the burner was on. So, probably since this is not a gas stove and the heat's not consistent, my temperature is going to go up and down. Getting a little more odor now, and excuse me, I think it said first crack was supposed to occur at about 275, and even when the burner is on and I'm stirring, I'm only getting to about 205. So I'm at 5 now. I'm going to bump it up to 7. So now I bumped it up to 7, and we're at, let's just say, 11:30. Okay, we're now a little over 11 minutes in. I can definitely smell a roasting. The beans are getting lighter. I can stir the pan here without it swirling around on me, so the beans are getting lighter, and lighter is in weight. They're also getting lighter as in color. I have a much stronger smell. I'm also getting smoke off. I don't think you can see it in the video, but I'm getting a fair amount of smoke off of the beans. So something's happening. The temperature was 311. So I'm going to back off on the temperature here to a 6, to just a little less than a 6. And I'll keep going here. Also, the pan looks fuller now, and the beans are even getting to the center. I think the beans are starting to swell at this point, and I'm about not just shy of 13 minutes into it. A lot of smoke coming off, and yeah, the beans are getting darker, so we don't have paint drying anymore. Something's starting to happen. Beans are definitely getting darker here. I'll check the temperature again here. And the temperature is right around 300, and I've heard a first crack. But now we're hearing cracks. Listen. Now, I'll wait till it's doing it more. There we go. I'll pause. Definitely popping like popcorn now. I got a couple that have popped out of the pan. And you see it's getting darker. And we're 5 minutes in, we're 15 minutes into it. Don't think it's going to take much longer before this is done. I just checked the temperature of the pan. It's 365. I'm now at the 20-minute mark. Or excuse me, I'm now at what is that? We got 2.5 minutes left. A lot of smoke alarms going off. Beans are definitely getting darker. It's still cracking, so I don't know if it's the second crack or not. Now, a minute and a half out of the 20 remaining. I'm going to let it get maybe a little darker. A lot of smoke. Still cracking going on, but I don't know if that's the second crack or the first crack. But I've still got a good number of lighter beans, so I'm going to keep stirring and going. Okay, we're coming up on our 20 minutes. Beans are dark, still a lot of smoke. They're getting pretty uniformly dark, and some of them are real dark. Still cracking going on, so I don't know if that's first crack or second crack, having never really done this before. But definitely the pan is much fuller. There's our 20-minute mark. Pan is much fuller. The beans have definitely swelled. Not a lot of light beans left. Few, but not many. I'm going to give this just a little bit longer. A lot of smoke. Still a lot of popping. I think I'll take it off. Okay, when I just set it on the pan and look at it this way, beans are much hotter than what they should when I was stirring. They're cooling off pretty good now. Okay, I dumped the beans into the colander here. I don't really have a roasting screen or roasting pan screen. So, got all the smoke alarms in the house now going off. when I look in the sink, got quite a bit of chaff out. And when we come over here, I've put the tare back to 0, and we'll dump in the beans. We've now got a good pint. It's the beans have swollen quite a bit, and we've dropped I think it was 8.4 down to 6.7, so we've lost a lot of moisture there, and the beans have swollen. Looks like this might be what they call a city roast. Maybe a little more. You look at the insides are darker, so this may be more of a dark roast. I don't see where, oh, see, now here's a bean that has split a little more. Anyway, that's our first attempt at roasting our own home coffee beans. We'll let it set a little bit, and then try to make some coffee. Not to mention, the pan's a mess, and so is the stove, sink, and everything. I believe next time we'll do this outside. And of course, we had the smoke alarms going crazy all over the house.